Games like this where Captain Shreve tonight will come in as an underdog in this second round playoff matchup. You better watch out for trick plays, onside kicks, fake punts, fake field goals. They're going to pull out everything out of the tool bag. And smoke, as the smoke is still hovering over Don Shaw's field. We're ready for kickoff. Back deep to receive for the Rebels. Hamburg and Norman. Here's the kick. And it's going to be bouncing at the 8, and it'll go out of bounds at the 5-yard line. So the Rebels will have good field position. They'll take over at the 35-yard line after the kickoff goes out of bounds. Jim, they were probably kicking the ball away from Michael Hamburg, as Hamburg has hurt teams in the past with the kick return.
Yeah, but they kicked it in his direction, and now they're spotting the ball at the 20. So I'm not sure what they're doing there.
Yeah,
and I think the coaching staff for West Monroe is trying to point it out. They're saying, look, it went out of bounds, and now, finally.
Yeah, the down marker was at the 35, and the ref that spots the football had made a mistake.
Hello.
Garrett Common will lead this Rebel offense out on the opening series of the ball game. First quarter brought to you by Mitchell's Body and Frame. Charlie Norman in at tailback for the injured Cameron Wright. Here's the snap. They'll hand the ball to Norman to the left side. He's got running room. He's across the 40. He's at midfield. He's a foot race down the sideline. 20-yard line. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Charlie Norman on the opening play of the ball game.
Start fast, first play. He was going to be one of the keys tonight. And Stanley, he has answered the bell.
Well, one of the things I wanted to say before the game was how well was the Rebel running backs going to be tonight, and could we block this stunning defense of Captain Shreve that's only giving up an average of 16 points a game. They just gave up 6 on the first play. Great job by the offensive line. Great job by Charlie Norman. A good burst of speed there, outrunning that cornerback or safety and running it on in the end zone.
Yeah, broke a tackle just near the line of scrimmage and then outran everybody else. So I don't think that decision to go on defense first was a good one.
It did not work well for the Gators. The extra point is good by Reese Altman. West Monroe 7, Captain Shreve nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Kilpatrick's provides guidance to create meaningful ceremonies to honor the life of your loved one. You'll receive exactly what you selected. Others may offer you one thing and provide another. Your family's interest is our first priority. We offer individualized services to fit any need. Kilpatrick's provides service, facilities, and prices second to none. Kilpatrick Serenity Gardens offers many beautiful settings.
Choose wisely.
Choose Kilpatrick's.
As the band is playing Dixie after the one-play drive, 65 yards on a 65-yard touchdown run by Charlie Norman. Touchdown brought to you by Glassworks of West Monroe. 11 seconds taken off the clock.
Yeah, and we're going to get to see real quick just how good this Captain Shreve Gator offense is, because they're now in a hole. Starting off this game, giving up the touchdown on the very first offensive play by the Rebels.
Continue the trend of starting fast. Reese Altman set to kick off from the East 40. Reese Altman with the patented sky kick. Will he do it tonight? Yes, he will. The ball hangs up in the air. The receiver catches it at the 20. He's trying to get to the far sideline. He's will. There. 25, 30, looking for room. 35, crosses the 35 down to the 37-yard line. So good field position to start the game for Captain Shreve. And we'll see what this big offensive line can do. Can they control the clock? That's been their go-to strategy every game, Jim, is to control the clock, run the football, shorten the game, and let their defense work. But it's hard to stick to that running game when you give up 7 points in the opening 11 seconds.
Yeah, you're right. And now they can. But, if they don't score here, control the ball a little bit, and then give up another touchdown. So they're feeling a little pressure right now.
Captain Shreve will start the game with 4 wide receivers. The quarterback, Darius Grant, in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. He'll look left. He'll throw it. He's got a man. It's caught, but tackled immediately, and the ball pops out. Fumble on the turf, and the Rebels have recovered. Zach Knox on the coverage and the tackle forced the fumble, which was recovered by number 92, Malcolm Moore. And so the Gators run one play, turn the ball over, and the Rebels will take over at the Captain Shreve 38-yard line.
Yeah, and Captain Shreve was fired up. You talked about how they tried to intimidate the student section for West Monroe. Now you're seeing some of the offensive players for Captain Shreve walk off the field with their head down, and that's something they can't do. Still a lot of time left, but they haven't started well.
11:32 left to go in the Mitchell's Body and Frame first quarter. West Monroe leads 7-0. Common in the shotgun hands the ball off to Holloway. He's across the 30 down to the 28-yard line. Gain of 10 yards on the speed sweep. Blaine Holloway.
Yeah, and they faked the ball to him on the first play from scrimmage, ran Charlie Norman. This time you're keying on Norman, so you give it to Holloway, and he gets you a first down.
Everybody keying on Charlie Norman after that opening play, including myself. I thought Charlie had the ball there for a second. And Holloway on the first down carry. First downs tonight brought to you by Batteries Plus and Bulbs. Common will go under center now in the I formation. Here's the snap. He'll run the toss sweep out to Norman. He bobbles the football but regains control. He'll cross the 25 down to the 24-yard line. So gain of 4 on the first down toss sweep to Charlie Norman. 11 minutes. So we've only been in this game for 1 minute, Jim. Rebels are at the Captain Shreve 24-yard line, leading 7-0.
Yeah, impressive. Quick start for the Rebels. They quick strike on offense on the first play, and then the defense comes up with a turnover.
Common back in the shotgun alongside Charlie Norman. Norman filling in for the injured Cameron Wright. Cameron Wright with a foot injury is rehabbing his foot, and hopefully will be back in a week or two. Here's the snap to Common. He'll hand the ball off to Norman to the right side. He's got running room. He'll cross the 20, jumps over the defender, down inside the 15-yard line. So Charlie Norman with an impressive run that time with the yards after contact. They'll spot him at the 15, but that'll be a Batteries Plus and Bulbs first down into the red zone for the Rebels.
And what a luxury to have when your number one guy goes down at tailback, the guy that's rushed for over 1,300 yards and has 20-plus touchdowns, and you plug in Charlie Norman. He gets you $175 last week.
That's right.
And he started off in a big way this week.
Common in the shotgun, takes a snap, hands the ball to Norman. He's off to the left side. He'll cross the 10, still fighting forward, down to about the 7-yard line. Physical running tonight by number 14, Charlie Norman, the senior. Norman's stats for the year: he's got 50 carries for 493 yards and 6 scores. He's added more yards to that tonight, already across the 70-yard mark, as it's second down and 3 for West Monroe.
But he's got to come out now, and look who's coming in at running back.
Carson Jones, number 11, will come in at tailback for the Rebels.
I think Charlie's got an equipment issue.
I formation for the Rebels. Here's the snap to Common. He'll keep the ball behind his fullback and fall forward to the 5-yard line. It's going to be close to a first down, as the line to gain is the 5. They may mark him just half a football short. They will. It'll be third down and short for West Monroe on the 6-yard line of Captain Shreve. 9-12 in running here in the Mitchell's Body and Frame first quarter. West Monroe leading 7-0.
How much do we need, Stanley, to pick this one up?
About a half a yard. I'd say maybe a foot to 18 inches.
Common will be under center with the I formation. He'll take the snap. He'll follow Caden Pierce, the fullback, up the middle. He's got the first down. He's close to the goal line. They'll mark him down at the 1-yard line. So the quarterback follow again behind Pierce works for the Rebels. It'll be first down and goal from the 1 as Charlie Norman checks back into the ball game at tailback.
You know, Stanley talked a little bit about it. This is a stunning defense, a quick defense, not a real big defense. They go 230, 205, 190 up front, and they got a 240-pounder as well. So we match up pretty good with them.
There's a snap to Common. He hands the ball to Pierce. Pierce is in the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. And it's 13-0 with 8:34 left to go in the first quarter. Great surge by the offensive line to get Caden Pierce into the end zone.
Well, I tell you what, guys, this couldn't have been scripted any better. You know, we've been losing most of the toss, got the ball, first play scored, first play from scrimmage from Captain Shreve, the little flare-out pass, hit him hard, fumble the ball, we get the ball and score again. Pinning this extra point, it's up, and it's 14-0 with 8 minutes and 34 seconds to go in the first quarter. West Monroe up.
We'll take a break. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
For over 25 years, Car Wash West has been providing customers with superior service. Car Wash West is the only Castrol Premium Lube Express in North Louisiana. Our certified lube techs have the knowledge and expertise to provide great professional care for your car. Every oil change comes with a free car wash to keep your car looking its best. Car Wash West provides added convenience. Enjoy breakfast with a gourmet coffee or grab lunch while you wait in our retro cafe. Car Wash West, where we not only take care of your car, we take care of you.
Copeland scoring drive, 7 plays, 38 yards, capped off by 1-yard touchdown run by Caden Pierce. 3 minutes taken off the clock. Charlie Norman on the night, 4 carries, 85 yards, and a touchdown. Reese Altman set for the kickoff. This time he'll kick it to the far side as the ball hangs in the air. It's taken at the 25. He slips, it gets up across the 30, down to about the 33-yard line. So decent field position for the Gators to tackle that time by number 9.
McPhee.
Latavion McPhee. Been playing some doing secondary work for the Rebels. Has done a good job that time on special teams, making the solo tackle.
You had a big game last week. One of our co-special teams player of the week.
That's right. Captain Shreve will come out again with 4 wide receivers and a 1-back set. The quarterback for the Gators is Darius Grant, number 1, junior. He'll take the snap. He'll hand the ball off to the left side. There's running room. He's across the 35. Flag comes flying in as he's wrestled down at about the 38-yard line. The referee threw the flag right at the point of contact, almost like a face mask, Stanley.
Well, it seemed like he threw it, Stanley, before
I think that's going to be a hold, guys. I may be wrong.
He was throwing it at the edge there.
And the Gators are backing up, which looks like maybe an holding provision.
Oh, 20 off. Number 8, 10-yard
You talked about that before the game.
Really, that's what the deep tackles talked about. They said they saw a lot of that on film. And I noticed how easily the running back got to the edge.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, well, where was the DN? Well, he was being held.
That's right. So it'll be first down and 16 yards to go for Captain Shreve at their own 27-yard line. That carry that time was to number 7, DJ Fleming. But the holding call negates the positive gain for the Gators. 4 wide receivers, trips to the far side. Grant is in the shotgun for Captain Shreve alongside Fleming. He'll take the snap. He'll hand the ball off to Fleming to the right side. He's looking for running room, and he won't get it. Tried to get to the outside. It was unsuccessful that time. Tackle made by number 6, Bradley Williams, right there on the edge. They'll give him a gain of 2. It'll be second down and 14 yards to go from the Captain Shreve 29-yard line. 7:45 in running in the Mitchell's Body and Frame first quarter. West Monroe leading 14-0.
And Bradley Williams on back-to-back stops for West Monroe, so he's ready for that little stretch play.
4 wide receivers again for Captain Shreve in the shotgun. Here's the snap. He's going to look to throw. Throws it over the middle, and the intended receiver slipped down, which was an interception opportunity for Bradley Williams, but was unable to jump the route. The pass was intended for number 8, Alex Dean, for the Gators, but it falls incomplete. Third down and 14.
And guys, the turf is a little slippery, a little more than usual slippery tonight. I already had a sideline official slip getting ready to mark the ball, so that could have an effect early on in this game.
Third and long for Captain Shreve at their own 29-yard line. And they draw the Rebels off sides. Both lines move, but I believe the Rebels cross the neutral zone first. Let's see. Ball started against Captain Shreve.
Number 7, 5-yard penalty.
They'll back them up to their own 24-yard line. Be third down and about 19 yards to go.
Yeah, just nothing, absolutely nothing going right for Captain Shreve here early in the first quarter.
If you're just joining us, the Captain Shreve team taunted the West Monroe student section before the game, and the student section is letting them know about it right now. 3rd and long, here's the snap. He's going to look to throw. He's got time, throws it over the middle, and the pass is incomplete. The wide receiver gets upended by number 34, Colton Harvey, on a very hard hit. Harvey seems to be shaken up a little bit. The pass was intended for number 8, Alex Dean. He had his hands on the football, but Harvey went low as Dean jumped up in the air to make the catch and made Dean flip over.
It kind of bent Colton's neck back a little bit, and hopefully he's going to be okay and he'll be able to shake off that. But that's the second big-time hit.
That's right.
By the secondary for West Monroe tonight. One caused a fumble. That one caused a pass incompletion.
Gators will come on to punt. It's a high snap. He's able to corral it, gets the punt off. And Murphy will take it at about the Captain Shreve. I'm sorry, that's Caden Pierce at the Captain Shreve 48-yard line. So good field position. They'll start in Gator territory. The Rebels will, leading 14-0 with 7:10 left to go in the Mitchell's body and frame first quarter.
Hey, and Stanley, I'd love to see, for the Rebels, to see them take a shot right here. Carson Jones is coming in at running back, and, you know, he can throw the ball. Might hand it to him and throw one down the field.
Absolutely. And I just checked on Harvey, guys. He got the breath knocked out of him. He's fine.
Good, good.
Good news for Colton Harvey. Referees will blow a whistle as Coach Arledge is talking to the side judge, and the referees will huddle up real quick. I don't see a timeout called, guys.
I think West Monroe must be calling timeout, huh, Stanley?
No signal from the referee for timeout as Coach Arledge is talking to the head referee about something. Both teams went to their respective sidelines, but I still haven't seen a timeout signal. Stanley, did they take a timeout?
West Monroe did. I think Coach Arledge was not happy about something that happened, and he wanted to call the white hat over and let him know about something that was going on. I could not hear it because of the band, but there was something he was addressing with him, and he said that he would be watching it.
It was a quick-lived timeout as both teams are ready for play back out on the field. It's 1st down and 10 for West Monroe at the Captain Shreve 48-yard line. 1st down's brought to you by Batteries Plus and Bulbs.
Got Hamburg in the slot.
Common in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. He'll give the ball to Jones to the right side. He's got running room. Is across the 40. Hit hard down at about the 36-yard line. That's a gain of 12 yards for Carson Jones. That'll be a Batteries Plus 1st down for West Monroe. Jones showing some explosiveness that time, Jim, when he got the football.
Oh, he's one of the best runners you'll see. I mean, the Rebels, in a sense, they're just loaded, you know, at the running back position. And that's a luxury that most teams just simply don't have. Carson was a quarterback coming up. That's right. Moved to safety, but he can throw the ball, and he certainly can run it too.
Jones still in at tailback for the Rebels. Common in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. He'll hand the ball to Jones again. He's got plenty of room across the 30. Gets hit. Breaks the tackle at the 30. Fighting forward. Finally wrestled out of bounds at the Captain Shreve 27-yard line. It's very close to a 1st down. They'll mark him about a yard short. So 2nd down and 1 for West Monroe.
And Charlie Norman checks back in. So, Stanley, are you thinking that they just want to get somebody else some reps at the tailback position just in case Cam can't come back?
I think you're right. And they talked about it today, Jim, at Rebel Club, that Carson Jones would play on both sides of the ball tonight. They wanted to get the ball in his hands. He can play quarterback. He can play receiver. He can play tailback and on the offensive side of the ball, and they want to get him integrated in this offense.
2 wide receivers for West Monroe to the near side. Common takes it. Hands the ball off to Charlie Norman. He's got room inside across the 20 down to about the 17-yard line. 1st down run by Charlie Norman. Gain of about 10 yards. So the Rebels get into the red zone once again, leading 14-0 with 5:52 left to go in the Mitchell's body and frame first quarter.
You know, our offensive line is not huge by any stretch of the imagination. They're not small or little, but they probably outweigh the defensive line maybe 15, 20 pounds per man. And if that's stunning, if we pick up those guys when they stun and move around, you know, big things can happen on the ground, and that's what we're seeing so far.
There's been a lot of space in the interior tonight for West Monroe running the football. Common has not attempted a pass. He's in the shotgun, will take the snap, hand the ball off to Charlie Norman. He's across the 15-yard line, bangs his way inside the 10, down to about the 9-yard line. Good 1st down run by Charlie Norman as he gets inside the 10. It'll be 2nd down and about 2. for West Monroe.
And when the Rebels go to that twin wide receiver set with Hamburg in the slot, it's man-for-man coverage, and there's no safety help. So anytime they want to take a shot, you can't really do that here inside the 15, but I think it's going to be there.
Well,
go ahead, Stanley.
And this is also Ryland Green's territory right here.
That's
Everybody's
right.
Getting tighter and tighter close to that line of scrimmage.
Common will be under center in the I formation. He'll take the snap, run the option, and hands the ball off to Pierce. Pierce reaches for the goal line. He's short, just short of the goal line on the option give to Caden Pierce to the right side. Banged his way forward down to the 1. A lot of running room again on the inside. Nice blocking. What an effort that time by the offensive line, falling down and getting back up, making a block. That's number 57, Blake Everett, on a great blocking effort. Commons under center, runs a quarterback sneak up the middle as they pushing forward. Touchdown. Touchdown, West Monroe. Garrett Common on the quarterback sneak. And the Rebels have hit 20 points with 4:36 remaining in the first quarter.
Well, I'm going to tell you something, guys. Just another impressive drive, and it's all been by the ground. You know, I thought we would have to throw some tonight and mix it up. And, of course, the Rebels have not attempted one pass tonight, but that offensive line, guys, and I'm telling you, they've been great. Let me read them off to you. Ethan Boyer, Blake Everett, Daniel Hawthorne, Victor Cutler, Chaz Treshelle, T.J. Bush, and Ryland Green, and they have paved the way for 21 points.
We know Bird rushed for about 450 yards against Captain Shreve, so you know we saw that film.
Kick is up and good by Reese Altman. Rebels 21, Gators nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Kilpatrick's provides guidance to create meaningful ceremonies to honor the life of your loved one. You'll receive exactly what you selected. Others may offer you one thing and provide another. Your family's interest is our first priority. We offer individualized services to fit any need. Kilpatrick's provides service, facilities, and prices second to none. Kilpatrick Serenity Gardens offers many beautiful settings.
Choose wisely.
Choose Kilpatrick's.
Back to Rebel Stadium. West Monroe leads 21-0 with 4:36 left to go in the first quarter. Copeland scoring drive, 6 plays, 48 yards, 2 minutes and 30 seconds off the clock, capped off by a 1-yard quarterback sneak by Garrett Common. Primetime sponsors tonight: Family Doctors of Nela, Tom Sanders Building Mart, Zaxby's Monroe and West Monroe, Ronnie Ward Toyota Ruston, and Stryker Orthopedics. Altman set to kick off from the East 40. He'll make his way, make the sky kick. The ball's going to be caught at the 30-yard line. Not much running room. He's hit immediately. Brought down at about the 31-yard line. The host of Rebels on the tackle that time, led by Bradley Williams and Brooks Miller.
You know, if you're thinking, you know, why the Rebels keep the sky kick, of course, the teams that don't know how to field it, that's one reason. But you think to yourself, well, they get the ball around the 30 or 35-yard line, so why give them that decent field position? Well, you limit the big play in the kicking game, and then you let your defense play.
Yep.
And this defense, folks, is as you know, is pretty doggone good, so they'll take giving them the ball at the 30-35 and just let their defense take the field. 4 wide receivers, twins to both sides for the Gators. Quarterback is Grant. He'll take the snap. He'll hand the ball off the middle of Fleming. He's across the 35 down to the 36-yard line. A gain of about 5 yards for Captain Shreve on the first down. In-game scoreboard update brought to you by Jim Taylor Chevrolet of Rabel and J. Nate's Boots and Jeans. Ruston leads Ash 7-6 in the first quarter. John Red leads Houghton 14-0. Neville leads Pearl River 7-0. Terrebonne leads Ouachita 7-0. We'll have more after this play. 4 wide receivers for Grant at quarterback for Captain Shreve, 2nd and 5. He'll take the snap. He'll give the ball to Fleming. No, he'll keep it this time to the right side. Not much running room. He gets down to about the 38. They'll give him 2 yards on the quarterback keeper. It's going to be 3rd down and 3 for Captain Shreve, looking for their first down of the ball game with 3:41 left to go in the Mitchell's Body and Frame first quarter. Yeah, I think total yardage wise, they might be in the red right now. Pretty close.
Yeah, penalties have backed the Gators up on the holding call in that opening series. 4 wide receivers again for Grant. He'll take the snap. He'll hand the ball to Fleming up the middle. He's across the 40 and down to about the 42-yard line. That time Frierson on the carry for the Gators as he pounds his way forward. for the first down. First down of the evening for Captain Shreve as Fleming will check back in.
Yeah, and Frierson, but he's a good one in his own right. He's just a junior, but he's rushed for almost 700 yards, and he's one of their leading receivers out of the backfield. So keep an eye on him when they get ready to throw the ball.
First down and 10 for Captain Shreve at their own 43. 4 wide receivers again. Here's the snap. They'll hand the ball to Fleming up the middle, trying to fight his way forward. He won't get much. Big Dalvin Hutchinson in there on the stop, along with Chandler Moncrief and Tanner Zorden. So a host of Rebels on the stop on the gain of 1 on first down and bring up second down and 9. Westgate leads Bastrop 7-0. Church Point leading Sterlington 8-7. St. Fred down 14-0 in the first quarter. Second down and 9 for Captain Shreve. Here's the snap. Is he going to look to throw? Grant throws it out to the outside, and the ball is bobbled. It's actually caught. It'll be a loss of 3 yards. So they threw the ball out to the perimeter that time, trying to get in space. The pass was low, but the receiver went down to catch it, and he's down at where he caught the football.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, I think he bobbled the snap initially, got some pressure from Zorden coming in, and really threw the ball off his back foot. Didn't really get to anything on the throw and threw it poorly.
Third down and 12 for Captain Shreve at their own 41. Grant is in the shotgun. He'll change the plays, barking signals to the offensive line. Trips to the near side for the Gators. Here's the snap. Here comes pressure. They hand the ball off on the draw. He's got running room and upended down at the 49-yard line. The ball pops out, but they're going to say he was down. Bradley Williams comes up from the secondary and lays a good hit on the running back Fleming. And when Fleming hit the ground, the ball popped out. They're going to spot him right at midfield. It's going to be 4th down and 3 yards to go for Captain Shreve. They'll leave the offense on the field.
Yeah, and let me tell you, Bradley Williams has come to play tonight, but that was a good play by Captain Shreve. Gives them a chance here on 4th down.
Trips to the near side. 4 wide receivers in total. Fleming in the backfield alongside Grant. Here's the snap. He'll hand the ball to Fleming. He's stuffed at midfield, and he will not get the first down. Big Dalvin Hutchinson and Chandler Moncrief on the stop, and a gain of half a yard.
Yeah, if that. That just tells me, though, what I need to know about this football game from an offensive standpoint for Captain Shreve and a defensive standpoint from West Monroe. They had to pick up 3 yards there on 4th down. They had the ball at midfield. They're down 21-0. I mean, in essence, the game's on the line, and they couldn't do anything.
Could not get the first down. West Monroe leads 21-0 with 1 minute and 11 seconds left to go in the Mitchell's Body and Frame first quarter. West Monroe will take over after the turnover on downs at midfield. Garrett Common in at shotgun. Twin wide receivers to the far side. He'll take the snap. He'll hand the ball to Carson Jones to the right side, looking for running room. He's got some across midfield. Wrestled down at about the 46-yard line. They'll mark him at the 45. Big gain of 5 yards on the first down carry by Carson Jones. Carson Jones breaking a tackle towards the end of the run to get some additional yardage.
Well, that was a great block by Caden Pierce on the edge. He pancaked the defensive end or the corner over there to allow Carson to get to the edge.
Second down and 5 for West Monroe. The ball's at the Captain Shreve 45-yard line. Commons in the shotgun, takes the snap. He'll hand the ball off to Jones to the left side. He's across the 45. He'll get across the 40. Looks for the edge and finally wrestled down at the 37-yard line. First down run by Carson Jones. A batteries plus involves first down for West Monroe as the clock is stopped at 28 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
And guess who made one of the best blocks on the edge? Other than they ran to the twin wide receiver set, but you had Caden Pierce out there again with an outstanding block.
Coach Hunt will tell you Caden Pierce takes pride in that blocking from the H-back position. Whistle has blown. It's a sideline warning against Captain Shreve.
I can just imagine what's going on the Captain Shreve sideline. They want to send a shout out to Steve Simmons. I saw him today. I think it was maybe Tuesday or Wednesday this week. He says he always listens to the Rebels on the radio. Says that you're doing a great job.
Thank you. Appreciate Steve listening and all our listeners. Here's a snap to Garrett Common. He fakes a handoff. He's going to try one deep to Hamburg. It is caught. Touchdown, Michael Hamburg. What an outstanding throw and catch from Common to Hamburg. And the Rebels strike deep on the touchdown pass.
Well, it was just a matter of time, Sally. In other words, when did the Rebels want to do it? They waited until they were up 3 scores, but you faked the run to Carson Jones. Great play fake. He had time, and he laid it out there and let Hamburg, with that great speed, run under the ball.
Wow, what an outstanding pass by Common. I mean, he couldn't have thrown it any better. And I'm telling you what right now.
Pretty good catch, too.
Exactly. And Captain Shreve's football team has got to be stunned right now. They have just got to be stunned.
4 seconds left to go in the first quarter. And West Monroe leads 27-0, pending the extra point by Reese Altman. What a play. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is good. 28-0. Rebels lead the Gators. 4 seconds left to go in the first quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
When you're down for the count and there's no way out, call Sam. Cause there's things we can do to get you back on straight and true. Call Sam. Don't let it fall apart. Make that call, get a fresh start and call Sam.
Welcome back to Rebel Stadium, Don Show's Field, as the band plays Dixie for the 4th time here in the first quarter. West Monroe leading 28-0. Copeland scoring drive, 3 plays, 50 yards, 37-yard touchdown pass from Garrett Common to Michael Hamburg. 1 minute and 7 seconds taken off the clock. Reese Altman set to kick from the East 40. It'll be a high sky kick, fielded, fair caught at the 34-yard line. Fair catch was made by number 2, Jaquez Jones. 4 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Jim, this game has gotten away from the Gators.
Well, it has. And you know what the turning point was tonight?
The 4th down?
The coin toss when they elected to kick it to West Monroe. I mean, that was just not a good decision. Of course, I don't know that anything would have mattered tonight. The Rebels, once again, came out ready to play.
First down and 10 for Captain Shreve at their own 35. He'll take the snap, roll right as Grant. He's looking to throw, throws the ball out to the outside. It's caught, and he is hammered. Zach Martin on the stop, along with Bradley Williams. And a big hit again by that Rebel secondary. That's going to mark the end of the first quarter. West Monroe 28, Captain Shreve nothing. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Bigger just got better at the Glenwood ER. Our expanded and renovated emergency department features streamlined services, the most modern technology, a multiple triage area, and more patient treatment rooms. A larger and beautifully furnished waiting room is designed with your comfort in mind. For added convenience, schedule ER visits or check wait times from a mobile device or online anytime 24/7. The Glenwood ER. Bigger for you, better for you. When you need us the most.
The Graduate Shop has been serving Northeast Louisiana schools for over 50 years. We provide the highest quality class rings, letter jackets, graduation announcements and accessories, as well as caps and gowns. The Graduate Shop enjoys celebrating special recognitions with our schools, especially when they win a state championship ring. We strive to provide the best service to our schools and families as they capture these special memories. The Graduate Shop, serving our community with quality graduation products.
Welcome back to Rebel Stadium, Don Show's Field. 28-0 Rebels lead here as we start the Vanguard Realty second quarter. Gators have a second down and 9 at their own 35-yard line. Grant in the shotgun, takes the snap. They'll hand the ball off to Frierson, and he's wrapped up and brought down in the backfield by big number 91, Dontrell Cobbs, alongside number 94, Ethan Swanner.
I thought that was 46 that time, but I may have missed it.
I think that was Crane, guys.
It was Crane. That's right.
Lord.
Cobbs was doing the celebrating on Crane's behalf. Preston Crane with the stop in the backfield. Outstanding play by the senior defensive end / tight end for the Rebels. Third down and 14 for Captain Shreve. Darius Grant, the quarterback, in for the Gators in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. He's going to look to throw. He's going to throw the screen pass. It's caught at the 30. He's got room across the 35. Now across the 40. He is hit hard at the 47-yard line again by Zach Martin. That's Frierson on the screen pass. First down. A line to gain was the 45. They get to the 47, so first down for Captain Shreve.
I tell you what, one thing that these Gator wide receivers are thinking about when they catch the ball is who's going to hit me next. I mean, the secondary for the Rebels are laying some lumber out there tonight.
Darius Grant in the shotgun again for the Gators. He'll take the snap. He'll hand the ball off to Fleming up the middle. He's got running room across the 50 down to the West Monroe 48-yard line. Gain of 6 on the first down carry by DJ Fleming. Ruston leads Ash 14-13 now. Our scoreboard updates brought to you by Jim Taylor Chevrolet of Rayville and J. Nate's Boots and Jeans. We'll give you these updates throughout the night. The Ruston Ash game, the winner of that game awaits the winner of our game here tonight. Second down and 5 for Captain Shreve. They're finally in West Monroe territory. He's looking to throw, throws the ball out in the flat. He's got a man. It's caught, slipped down was Fleming at about the 46-yard line. They'll give him 2 yards on the second down pass from Grant to Fleming out of the backfield. Third down is short for Captain Shreve.
Yeah, nice hands that time by DJ Fleming, the junior. The running back, that's his 7th reception of the season. He's averaging 18 yards per reception, and he didn't get much there.
Captain Shreve, third down and short as the Rebel defensive line shifts. They show pressure. There's a quarterback keeper by Grant. He tries to fight forward, but he does not get past the line of scrimmage. The Rebel defensive front makes an outstanding play. Dalvin Hutchinson, Chandler Moncrief, Preston Crane, Ethan Swanner, Dontrell Cobbs, all of them in on the stop on third down for the Rebels.
Yeah, you don't have any choice. Again, it's fourth down and about 3, a long 2, and Captain Shreve's got to go forward again.
The heavy set is in the backfield for the Gators. That's number 79, Davis. Davis weighs 310 pounds. They put him in at fullback on short yardage. Captain Shreve will call a timeout. We'll take it with him. 9:19 left to go in the Vanguard Realty second quarter. West Monroe 28, Gators nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Tom Sanders.
Timeout on 4th down and 3 as the teams make their way back onto the field. 4th down and short. They've got the heavy package in, as Coach Arledge likes to call it. Big number 79, Cameron Davis for the Gators, 6'2", 310 pounds. I would assume he's going to take you to the football here. Here's the snap. They'll run right behind him, and the Rebels will stop it. No gain on the play. Cole Sullivan on the stop in the backfield alongside Colton Harvey. And another turnover on downs. First down for West Monroe.
Well, they just can't run on West Monroe. As good as they are running the football, as big as they are up front, they just simply can't run the football against this Rebel defense. But, I mean, I'm not surprised. Are you, Rick?
I'm really not. It's been the consistency of West Monroe's front 7 and stopping the run. We've actually seen the secondary making plays against the run tonight as well, just really being physical, and that's been the identity of this secondary all year long. West Monroe take over at their own 46-yard line. 9:14 left to go in the second quarter. Common takes a snap. He'll hand the ball to Norman to the left side. He'll cross the 45, now across midfield, fighting for it down to the 46-yard line. So a gain of about 8 yards on first down for Charlie Norman. And the Gators getting frustrated. They're having a difficult time getting off of blocks.
Yeah, Blake, speaking of getting off blocks, Blake Everett didn't let number 30 get off his block, and number 30 took exception to that. But Blake's like, look, man, that's what the game is. I'm going to block you until the whistle blows. If you don't like it, don't play the game.
Common sends Holloway in motion. He'll roll to the right side, looking to throw. He's got a man downfield. That's Jerry Day. The pass is caught at the 20-yard line and knocked out of bounds at about the 16. They'll mark him at the 18-yard line. Common faked the handoff, rolled out to the right side, had protection, and dropped it right in the bucket for Jerry Day on the right sideline. A beautiful throw and catch again by West Monroe. Common has been efficient tonight throwing the football.
Yeah, now Day is kind of favoring his left shoulder, and hopefully hopefully he's okay. But he was in the slot and ran a little corner route, and just a beautiful throw by Garrett Common. And when you run the ball this well, you're going to have opportunities down the field throwing it.
Batteries plus first down for the Rebels. Common under center, takes a snap, runs a toss sweep to Norman to the left side. He breaks the tackle in the backfield across the 10 down to about the 8-yard line. Gain of 10 yards on the first down toss sweep to Charlie Norman.
Yeah, I think
the Rebels,
Victor
Cutler shaken up again.
Yeah, this is the second time. Is it an ankle, Stanley?
Yeah, I think he's got an ankle injury or foot injury, and you know, you could see the left leg is really taped up really heavily. So I think it's that ankle that's giving him some problems.
Well, is it fun to watch Charlie Norman in the open field and somebody try to tackle him? I mean, if it was basketball, we would be talking about getting your ankles broken.
Well, the way he cuts back and forth and sees his vision, seeing the field is really outstanding.
Common will be in the shotgun. Pierce is at the up back position. He'll take the snap, hand the ball to Norman. He's running behind Pierce, stumbles his way down to the 7-yard line. A late flag comes flying in.
We're going to get a face mask.
Judge.
Right when he was bringing him down, he grabbed his face mask, number 21.
Well, maybe that's how he got him down.
That's right. Stanley had a very close look at that one. On the first down carry by Charlie Norman, they'll bring Carson Jones in to give Norman a break. Here it is. Face mask is the call. They have the distance to the goal for the Rebels. Garrett Common has thrown the ball twice. He's 2 for 2 for 64 yards and a score. And his first down and goal inside the 5, and the student section is reminding the Captain Shreve defense of their pregame actions. Common under center with 2 tight ends. He'll take the snap, toss sweep out to Carson Jones across the 5, looking for the goal line, and he'll score. Carson Jones on the touchdown run, on the toss sweep, following his blocks, made a man miss, and scores 6 for West Monroe. Carson Jones, good to see that young man get a score.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a heck of a football player. Does so many things for your football team, and couldn't be happier for him.
Mr. West Monroe this year as well, guys, and Carson Jones punches it in right in front of the West Monroe student section. Reese Altman will be on for the extra point.
And Stanley, this is a rout.
I didn't expect this one, guys. I really didn't. And I tell you what, with bobbled snap right there, and the extra point's no good.
So the bobbled snap, Altman was able to get the kick off, but had to stop his kicking motion. Nonetheless, Rebels 34, Gators nothing. 7:22 left to go in the Vanguard Realty second quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Under the cabinet.
Chronic wound is any wound that fails to heal as expected for that particular type of wound, usually a maximum of 6 to 8 weeks. Some of the causes of chronic wounds are lack of good blood supply, lack of adequate oxygen, and infection. Patient breathes 100% oxygen in a pressurized chamber. This results in a high oxygen concentration in the plasma, which is taken to the wound to promote healing.
To learn more about wound care, visit us online at grmc.com.
John Shounsville, West Monroe leading 34-0 with 7:22 left to go in the second quarter. Copeland scoring drive, 5 plays, 54 yards, 1 minute 52 seconds, capped off by a 3-yard touchdown run by senior Carson Jones. 34-0, guys. We played a quarter and a half.
Yeah, we were well, not overly surprised, but last week it was 50-0 at half. But a much better team this week, and we could have the same score if it keeps up.
Altman with the sky kick to the far side. It was fair caught by one receiver and then caught by another one, and he tried to return it.
Yeah, one called for the fair catch, but he didn't catch it.
He didn't catch it.
The one that didn't call for a fair catch, but he was down by virtue of the
I don't know if
teammates.
I've ever seen that.
Yeah.
I really don't know if I've ever seen one receiver call for fair catch and the other one come steal it from him and try to return it.
Hey, if I'm Captain Shreve, that might be their best play of the night.
Second quarter brought to you by Vanguard Realty. Primetime sponsors tonight: Family Doctors of Nela, Tom Sanders Building Mart, Zaxby's Monroe and West Monroe, Ronnie Ward Toyota of Ruston, and Stryker Orthopedics. An additional sponsor tonight: Hilton Garden Inn. Ruston leads Ash 20-13. That's in the second quarter. Could be a barn burner over there in Ruston tonight. Empty backfield for Grant in the shotgun. He's going to send a man in motion and run a toss sweep to him. He's going to look to throw, and he can't. He's going to pull the ball down. He's across the 35, breaks a tackle down at about the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 1 on what looked like a halfback pass.
Well, you know why he didn't throw it. Because number 22, Knox, read it from the get-go, and he had outstanding coverage on the receiver, and had he thrown it, Zach might have picked it off.
The running back was number 35, Sam Smith, was trying to throw the ball downfield, but like Jim said, Zach Knox was on the coverage. He read it from the get-go. Second down and 8 for Captain Shreve. Grant's in the shotgun. Here's the snap. He bobbles it, nonetheless, gets the handoff off, and he'll get 1 yard on the carry. That's Frierson up the middle, and that defensive line continues to play so well. Andrew Gleason in the backfield. Ty Allen, number 97's in the game at defensive tackle. The young man, 74, Cole Sullivan.
You know, one of the best offensive linemen, Dalton Clark. Gleason gets up underneath him, pushes him into the backfield, and then goes and finds a running back. Just an outstanding individual effort.
3rd and 7 from their own 41. Shreve takes a snap. He'll hand the ball off up the middle, and Sullivan is there immediately. As soon as the running back got the handoff, Sullivan met him in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 2, 4th down and 9, and Captain Shreve will bring on the punting unit.
You know, and again, I guess I'm looking at this game and look offensively. You got, you know, a kid like Charlie Norman stepping in for Cam Wright, and then you've got even another one in Carson Jones. And then when you need to bring your subs in on defense, you got a guy like Cole Sullivan.
That's right.
I mean, we've got depth all over the place.
Cole Sullivan, the senior, 6'3", 254 pounds. Makes an outstanding play. The punter, Alex R. Here's a slow deep snap. He gets the kick off. The Rebels brought pressure for the block. Caden Pierce calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the Captain Shreve 31-yard line. 5:13 left to go. In the Vanguard Realty second quarter, West Monroe leading 34-0. We've got an in-game scoreboard update brought to you by Jim Taylor Chevrolet Rabel and J&H Boots and Jeans. Ruston leads Ash 20-13. That's in the second quarter. Neville leads Pearl River 10-3. Terrebonne still leading Ouachita 7-0. That's in the second quarter. Bastrop leads Westgate 12-7. Gina leads Union 7-6. Vermilion Catholic all over St. Fred 23-0. John Arrett leads Houghton 21-0. That's in the second quarter. Zachary leads Hahnville 7-6 in the second quarter. Common in the shotgun. He's going to send a man in motion. He'll hand the ball off to Hamburg to the left side. He's across the 35, makes a move. Now he's across midfield. He has a block downfield, still going inside the 35, wrestled out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Michael Worley with the block downfield to give Hamburg some extra running room. But there's a flag all the way back close to the line of scrimmage, and the Rebels are starting to walk backwards.
Yeah, two of the officials are staying where they are, but it's going to go.
A chop.
Yeah, it's going to go against Captain Shreve.
Yeah, a legal hit below the waist against Captain Shreve, and that penalty be declined as Hamburg had an outstanding gain on the speed sweep.
Because that foul occurred away from the play, and Stanley, I assume what that defensive line is trying to do there is undercut the offensive lineman.
Well, they got to, because they're getting beat. I mean, with 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they're trying to think of ways that they could stop this offensive line from getting their hands on them. And it's just like what they said today at Rebel Club. Whoever wins the battle of the trenches, 95% of the time usually wins the game. And right now on both sides of the ball, guys, defensive line, offensive line, the Rebels are dominating the trenches.
There's no contest up front.
Want to be careful to avoid injury. The Gators trying to hit the Rebels low. 1st and 10 from the 31. Common takes a snap out of the shotgun, hands it to Norman up the middle, and he doesn't have much. A gain of 1 on the play, and the first positive for the Captain Shreve defense on the night. 2nd down and 9 from the 30. 4:37 in running. West Monroe leads 34-0 over Captain Shreve.
Yeah, that's probably, as you mentioned, the best defensive play of the night. We're late in the 2nd quarter for Captain Shreve, but they trail it 34-0.
Common in the shotgun alongside Charlie Norman. Twin wide receivers to the far side. He'll take the snap. He's looking to throw. Has all day. Throws it out in the flat. He's got Caden Pierce across the 25. Knocked down at about the 20-yard line. First down throw and catch from Common to Pierce. First down brought to you by Batteries Plus and Bulbs. And Common continues his efficiency as he's now 3 for 3 throwing the football in the night. Nice catch and run by Caden Pierce.
Yeah, but it's just so easy when you can, as Stanley said, control the offensive line or the line of scrimmage, and you can run the ball like they've been running. When you decide to play action pass, oh my goodness.
Common had all day long.
And he can just pick who he wants to throw to.
1st and 10 for the Rebels at the 19. Common takes the snap, going to hand the ball off to Jones to the left side. Jones looking for the edge. He'll cross the 20. He's upended down at about the 17. A gain of 2 for Carson Jones as he tried to get to the edge. It's a nice play on the perimeter that time by number 27 for the Gators, Drake Mendina.
Yeah, and you look at this West Monroe team, you think, wow, man, look how explosive they are. They're up 34-0. Offense they've scored every time they've had the football, and they don't have their best running back on the field.
That's right.
He's not playing tonight.
Running back by committee tonight as Charlie Norman will spell Caden Pierce at the up back position. Carson Jones alongside Garrett Common. Common in the shotgun takes a snap, hands to Jones to the right side, cuts it back up the middle. He's across the 15 down to about the 12. They'll mark him actually at the 13-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and 4 for West Monroe, guys. This may be the first, maybe the 2nd 3rd down of the night.
Yeah, I was thinking it might be the first. Jordan, have we missed one before this one? It is the first. That tells you they're pretty efficient. Second 3rd down of the night.
3rd down and 4 for West Monroe. West Monroe was 42% on 3rd down conversions for the season. Commons in the shotgun. They bring the receivers in tight. He'll take the snap. He'll roll out to the right side, fakes a shovel pass. He has to tuck it and run. Now he's going to throw it up to Jones, and the pass is intercepted. Defenders crosses the 25-yard line. Common makes the tackle on the far side.
And he's in trouble over there.
Scrum is breaking out on the far sideline.
And he's all by himself.
All by himself on the Gator bench. Common made the tackle. Would look like maybe a face mask or horse collar tackle as his teammates are over there getting him away from the sideline. But Common tucked the ball, was trying to run, thought he saw Carson Jones making his way to the end zone, decided to float the ball to Jones.
Yeah, and I think he might have been looking for Caden Pierce. No, you're right. It was Carson Jones, but he floated the ball, as you mentioned. He put too much air under it, and because of that allowed the defense to make the adjustment, come and pick it off, and then Common tackled the receiver who intercepted the pass high.
It's a legal tackle, though. No face mask, no. They're going to call it a horse collar. Okay. They did get him around the neck, but then Common was by himself, Jim.
Yeah, I think, and then he tackled him. Common did the interceptor on the sidelines, the Captain Shreve sidelines, and then they all surrounded him, and you couldn't tell what was going on. That's why I said, he's in trouble over there, but he's okay. He got the penalty. And really the only positive of the night for Captain Shreve.
Now what you really want to focus on is the Rebels keeping their composure as the Captain Shreve sideline and fans really letting Common have it after the tackle. It's 1st down and 10 for Captain Shreve at their own 45-yard line. 2:22 left. Here's the snap, looking to throw, throws it over the middle, and he is hammered again. The pass falls incomplete, but Bradley Williams hammers the wide receiver. Pass was intended for Niall Wilson. And Bradley Williams has been all over the place tonight for the Rebel defense, and he flips the receiver Wilson over. 2nd down and 10 for Captain Shreve.
And Wilson says, hey guys, let me rest a play. Let me rest a play. I don't think he made a great effort to go get that one.
There's the snap, throws the ball to slant over the middle.
Wow.
And he's hit hard again. The pass is complete for a gain of 3 yards. So the Rebel defense, Bradley Williams again on the stop. Tanner Zorden gets up from the bottom of the pile as well. Tanner Zorton had the football. They're going to call him down.
And guys, if that was reviewable in high school football, I'm not so sure that would be West Monroe's ball. Tanner took it away from him on the way down.
3rd down and 6 for Captain Shreve. And the sideline antics by the Gators has fired this crowd up. 3rd down and 6 from midfield. 1:39 left to go. Here's the snap. They'll hand the ball to Frierson. No, he'll keep it up the middle. The ball's on the turf, and the Rebels have recovered. Cole Sullivan on the fumble recovery, and this defense is fired up. And the turnover on 3rd down will give the Rebels the football at midfield.
Yeah, and I think they're going to take a chance and try to score again here in the first half. They're up 34-0, a minute 30 to go, but look for the Rebels to get point number 40 before the first half ends. Just another great stop by this Rebel defense. Bradley Williams, I mean, did this guy eat some spinach or something before the game? What's going on with him?
1st down and 10 for the Rebels at the Captain Shreve 48-yard line. Commons in the shotgun. He's got 3 wide receivers. He'll send Zach Murphy in motion. Here's the snap. He's looking to throw. Throws it out to Hamburg. He's across midfield, across the 45, breaks a tackle, and he's wrapped up at the 40. They'll give him forward progress.
He's
there.
Free.
He actually broke through, and a late hit on Hamburg after the play.
And
here
Hamburg
comes
almost
flags, and Hamburg did not like that play or that contact after the play. Starting to get chippy, and we're still in the 2nd quarter, guys.
Well, it's 34-0, and Hamburg, it's one of those scrums. The pile was moving forward. They said his forward progress had stopped, so they blew the whistle, and then Hamburg came out of that scrum, and he looked like he wanted to run, so the defender came up and says, hey, you want to run? I'll hit you.
Yeah.
And then it was almost on from there.
The student section is giving it to the Gators. To remind you, if you weren't with us earlier, Captain Shreve, after their warm-ups, walked over to the student section and started taunting the student section prior to the game. And the student section has reminded them every play since. West Monroe leading 34-0 with 1:11 left to go in the Vanguard Realty 2nd quarter.
So another 15 with that late hit, unsportsmanlike. And that just makes it easier for West Monroe. That's the last thing you need to do.
1st down brought to you by Batteries Plus. Touchdowns tonight have been brought to you by Glassworks of West Monroe. The choice is clear, Glassworks. Here's the snap to Common. He's going to look to throw. He's rolling to his left. He's got time. He'll pull the ball down and run it, and he'll go down at the 26-yard line, excuse me.
Really good decision by Garrett Common.
Absolutely.
Not to force the football. Had 3 receivers. He looked at all 3 of them as the Rebels take a timeout. None were open.
Timeout on the field. West Monroe 34, Captain Shreve nothing. 48 seconds left to go in the 2nd quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
At Race Tire Pros, we cover tires, wheels, brakes, chassis, AC, alignments. If there's something wrong with your car, just call us.
We try to make it convenient for our customers. If it's a shuttle to work, just to make it easier for them.
The free roadside assistance makes me feel safe.
We take pride in everything we do because my family's name is on it.
We're proud to be locally owned, and our family is a part of this community.
So for tires and service you can trust, visit Race Tire Pros on Cypress Street, 1 block from West Monroe High School.
Welcome back to Rebel Stadium. 48 seconds left to go in the Vanguard Realty 2nd quarter. West Monroe leading 34-0 and driving. They have the ball at the Captain Shreve 25-yard line. It's 2nd down and 10 for the Rebels. Garrett Common in shotgun alongside Charlie Norman, who's filled in nicely for Cameron Wright. Here's the snap. Common's looking to throw. Rolls to his right, look back left on the screen pass. He's got Zach Murphy. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Zach Murphy on the touchdown pass from Garrett Common, and the Rebels put more points on the board here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, that's a route where, and that's a play over the years that has worked well for West Monroe. Coleman rolls to his right, and actually Murphy is to his right, but he delays, comes all the way across the field to the left side, and he throws it back across the field to Murphy, who was wide open, Stanley.
Well, I tell you what, guys, it is electric down here. The team, West Monroe, is still fired up. And it, like you said, guys, it's chippy out here. And I tell you, this Captain Shreve is just stunned right now. 40, pending this extra point, They blocked it.
Well, they dropped
Well,
it.
again, the snap and hold was not executed by the Rebels, and the point after is no good. West Monroe 40, Captain Shreve nothing. 39 seconds left to go in the Vanguard Realty second quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Hello, I'm Stanley Dupuy. You may recognize my voice on the radio, or you may see me on the Rebel playbacks on the sidelines on Friday nights. But what you may not know is that my real job, I work at Dupuy Flooring. If you're ever in the need of any type of flooring, whether it be wood, tile, stone, or carpet, please give us a call. We service just about any type of flooring, whether it be residential, commercial, or industrial. At Dupuy Flooring, we proudly support the West Monroe Rebels.
The Rebel Stadium, Don Shaw's Field. 39 seconds left to go in the first half. West Monroe leads Captain Shreve 40-0. Copeland scoring drive. 3 plays, 48 yards, 57 seconds. 25-yard touchdown pass from Garrett Common to Zach Murphy. And the Rebels score again.
That was Zach
6 times.
6th reception on the season and 2nd touchdown, and that was a big one.
Reese Altman set for the kickoff from the West 40. He'll kick it deep this time. He'll take it back at the 12, across the 15, now across the 20. He's got a seam across the 30. Upended at about the 36-yard line. That time on the tackle, trying to get a number.
Knox, guys.
Zach Knox again. These guys, these secondary guys tonight have showed up with an attitude. And it is showing, guys.
Well,
they're playing physical football.
They've been physical all year long. We talked about this. Not only do they cover well, these guys have great hands. They've had a lot of interceptions, but this is just a very physical football team, offensively and defensively. But that secondary certainly doing their part tonight, as they have all year long. And I love to see the starters playing special teams and doing well on special teams.
Darius Grant, the quarterback, in the shotgun for the Gators. He'll take the snap. He's going to look to throw. Throws it out over the middle, and the pass is incomplete. Flags come flying in. Zach Martin was on the coverage. The pass was intended for number 8, Alex Dean. The pass was incomplete, broken up by Martin. They may say he got there early, guys. And it will be.
That was an easy call, guys. That was definitely pass interference.
Pass interference is the call.
As a defensive back, what you try to do there is kind of time when the ball is getting to the receiver. And I think Zach just mistimed it by a hair. And they say he came through the receiver. But as we look at the replay,
it was close.
Yeah, it's hard to fault Zach for the effort that he gave there.
1st and 10 from the West Monroe 49-yard line. Here's the snap. They'll hand the ball to Fleming up the middle. He breaks a tackle. He's across the 45, fights forward across the 40, and down to the 39-yard line. It's close to the chains for Captain Shreve first down. There's 15 seconds left to go here in the first half, and the Gators will take a timeout. We'll keep it here, guys, as Captain Shreve is just looking for something positive to take into the locker room, as you're getting beat 40-0.
Yeah, but they're not a passing team, Stanley, and if they drop back and try to throw it deep, you might get the ball picked off, which if they throw it near the end zone is not a big deal. But if you get a sack, a fumble, and maybe a scoop and score, if you throw it short and have one of these Rebel defenders jump the route, it might even get worse.
Well, and here's the thing, one of the things we talked about earlier before pregame was, how was the Rebel defense, who's have dominated all year long. The Coach Arledge has said today, Coach Hunt said today, he's challenged, that this is going to be a big challenge because this offensive line of Shreve is way bigger than our defensive front. I mean, they got every guy they got there, 4 of the 5 are over 300-pounders. They're tall. They look like a college line. But this defensive front has just had their way with them tonight.
1st and 10 from the 39. Here's the snap. He'll fake the handoff to Fleming. Grant will keep it. Now he's going to throw it out to the outside. He's got a man across the 30 and finally driven out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. Tackle made by number 22, Zach Knox. But it's a first down for Captain Shreve with 7 seconds as they stop the clock. Well executed play that time, pass play by the Gators. So first down as the Gators finally have something positive going on offense. They'll have the ball at the West Monroe 27 with 7 seconds. So this could be the last play of the first half. You'd think Captain Shreve will take a shot at the end zone here. The key will be, will Grant have time to throw? Trips to the far side for Captain Shreve. Here's the snap. He will look to throw, has time, throws the ball down the sideline. The pass is caught, but he was standing out of bounds when he caught it. A penalty flag comes flying in as the receiver was hit after he caught it. The pass was caught by Jaquez Jones.
He ran out of bounds first, and then he was the first one to touch it after he came back in bounds, which is a penalty. You can't do that. You can't be the first man to catch the ball or to touch it after you've gone out of bounds.
The receiver, Jaquez Jones, like Jim said, goes out of bounds, comes back. He caught the ball out of bounds. They ruled the pass incomplete.
Yeah, he went out of bounds, was pushed out of bounds, came back in bounds, and then caught the ball as he was going back out of bounds again.
Took a shot, too, after he caught it. As the referees are conferencing on the field trying to get this call right. There's 1 second left on the play clock, or on the clock,
but
here at Rebel Stadium.
But normally what you do when the receiver goes out of bounds, you throw your hat to kind of mark it. I didn't see the side official do that. Here is the call. I'm not sure if he knows what the call is.
The referee is waving the flag off.
He didn't know what the call was. He waved it off.
So the referees huddle up. They decide to pick up the penalty flag. So it'll now be 2nd down and 10. The ball is at the West Monroe 27-yard line.
And it came back in.
40-0. Scoreboard update. Ash is leading Ruston 33-23. That game is over in Ruston. And should the Rebels hang on to their 40-point lead.
First half?
First half.
Goodness.
33 points against the Ruston defense in the first half for Alexandria.
Wow, we may be going to Alexandria next week.
Yes, Stanley, you're going to have to rent the van.
5 wide receivers for Captain Shreve on the 2nd down play. Here's the snap. He'll heave one up towards the end zone, and nobody's home. Here comes a penalty flag come flying in from the back judge.
Well, Zach Knox just did what you're supposed to do when a receiver runs that close to the sideline. Just push him out of bounds. That's what he did. But this time, I think they're going to get him with a foul, but the ball was not in the air when he pushed him out of bounds. And that's what Zach is saying. Look, I'm taught to do what I did.
They may give him, and they will, pass interference. Pass interference is the call against West Monroe. It may be illegal contact after 5 yards.
It's not in high school.
Okay.
You cannot hold. So that's one thing you cannot do. But unless the ball's in the air, it can't be pass interference.
So they will back the Rebels up, and this will put Captain Shreve into the red zone after the pass interference call against West Monroe. So it's going to give Captain Shreve an untimed down here at the end of the first half.
They have 3 wide receivers, 4 to the left side and 1 to the right. They keep throwing it to the single wide receiver. Number 2.
Jaquez Jones has been the intended receiver the last 2 plays. Darius Grant in the shotgun, 5 wide receivers on this untimed down. The ball is placed at the 18. Here's the snap. He's going to look to throw. Still looking, throws it over the middle, and the pass is intercepted by Brooks Miller. He'll cross the 15, now the 20.
He's got a
huge block down the field. Brooks Miller will go all the way down the sideline for a West Monroe touchdown.
Hold the phone.
But a penalty flag is back at the 20. The penalty flag will likely be a blindside block. Unbelievable. The untimed down results in a 95-yard interception return by number 4, Brooks Miller. But that touchdown will be negated due to the block as we watch it on the replay. And yes, it was not a block. It was close. It was close. Coach Arledge is very upset as the crowd is letting the referee know their opinion of the call. Blindside block is the call.
And what Coach Arledge is saying is he didn't hit him with his shoulder or his helmet. He pushed him. And he's saying that's not a blindside block when you push a man. I wasn't sure. It was close to being a clip.
He did. He pushed him. He hit him with his hands. And they're going to call a blindside block on the Rebels. It won't reverse the interception.
Do we get one play?
It'll negate the interception return. It went 95 yards by Brooks Miller, and Coach Arledge is really upset. I'm not sure. I'm not sure of this ruling.
Because otherwise he'd just say, look, the half is over. You guys go into your locker rooms, but they're getting ready to spot the ball.
They keep showing the block, and my goodness.
Even the official's looking up at the replay, and he's like, guys, quit showing that. That's what he's saying.
We're going to get 2 untimed down plays, guys. This is unbelievable. You know, we just had one, and now we're going to have another one with 0.00 on the clock.
With the other team getting the untimed down.
Each team getting untimed downs here in the second quarter. And, well, I don't like complaining about calls, but I think that was missed. I think it was just the shock of how hard the hit was, but it was legal. Rebels will get in victory formation, and Common will take the knee, and the Rebels will go into the locker room. West Monroe 40, Captain Shreve nothing. A very eventful, testy first half. Stanley, you've got head coach Jerry Arledge.
Coach, tell me what he told you about that last play about Knox. It was pushed him out of bounds before the ball was in the air.
Well, the guy who wasn't wanting through the meetings. They constantly talk about, don't lead with your head. As long as you block with your hands, and then you can hit the guy.
West Monroe High School Foundation was founded in 2009 as a 501c3 organization to provide resources and financial services that will make a positive impact on the quality of education for the students.
We strive to be an influential partner with the school without obstructing or replacing the funding or support from other sources.
We unite parents, alumni, faculty, and the community for the purpose of providing financial support that will promote educational advancement for every student.
We encourage innovative academic programs designed to promote student development and the successful completion of high school.
We are an advocate of WMHS by proudly sharing our school's accomplishments with family, friends, community, and alumni.
Join our continuing effort on behalf of teachers and students at West Monroe High School. Visit our website and join today, WMHSfoundation.org.
Hi, I'm Carol Hanks. I'm raised Tire Pros. We've been here since 1979, been here almost 37 years. We're proud to be locally owned, and our family's a part of this community.
At Race Tire Pros, we cover tires, wheels, brakes, chassis, AC, alignments. If there's something wrong with your car, just call us.
As the Tire Pros dealer, we offer nationwide warranty that protects you down the road. We try to make it convenient for our customers. If it's a shuttle to work, just to make it easier for them.
The free roadside assistance makes me feel safe.
We take pride in everything we do because my family's name is on it.
We really appreciate the customers that have done business with us. We're constantly training and updating our technology so we can earn your trust.
So for tires and service you can trust, visit Ray's Tire Pros on Cypress Street, 1 block from West Monroe High School.
For over 25 years, Car Wash West has been providing customers with superior service. Car Wash West is the only Castrol Premium Lube Express in North Louisiana. Our certified lube techs have the knowledge and expertise to provide great professional care for your car. Every oil change comes with a free car wash to keep your car looking its best. Car Wash West provides added convenience. Enjoy breakfast with a gourmet coffee or grab lunch while you wait in our retro cafe. Car Wash West, where we not only take care of your car, we take care of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to halftime at Rebel Stadium. Tonight, West Monroe High School proudly presents the best sounding band in the land, the West Monroe High School Marching Rebel Band. Drum major, Sadi Schersager. Drumline Captain, Hunter Williams. Color Guard Captain, Brenna Wells and Mary Beth Johnson. Tonight, the Rebel Band performs Any Way You Want It. And now, West Monroe High School proudly presents the West Monroe High School Rebel Raiders. Captain, co-captains, Hannah Bamberg, Bethany Joyner, and Rhonda Stratton. Raiders perform Drag Me Down.
The Graduate Shop has been serving Northeast Louisiana schools for over 50 years. We provide the highest quality class rings, letter jackets, graduation announcements and accessories, as well as caps and gowns. The Graduate Shop enjoys celebrating special recognitions with our schools, especially when they win a state championship ring. We strive to provide the best service to our schools and families as they capture these special memories. The Graduate Shop, serving our community with quality graduation products.
Russell Moore Lumber has been serving the people of North Louisiana with building supplies for over 40 years. Russell Moore delivers quality building materials for quick projects, like simple remodels to brand new constructions. We also believe in providing the best customer service to everyone who does business with us. Russell Moore Lumber, part of this community and proud supporters of West Monroe High School Rebel football. Wishing the best of luck for the rest of the season.
Like we said, we'll keep you updated on the Alexandria-Ruston score. Ash has scored again. It's 40-23 over in Ruston.
Well,
so it's looking, Ruston trails by 17.
They came back against West Monroe, and so they certainly have that capability, but it doesn't look like they're doing much to stop Ash. That's the bigger problem.
Ash, if you remember when Ash played over here at Rebel Stadium, they lost their starting quarterback early in the ball game. West Monroe started fast on that game too, but that hurt them.
Great game.
Is he back, Stanley?
I've asked that if Craig Cobb, if he could find that out. They don't know for sure, but let me just tell y'all something, guys. This is a stat that I think is a record as of tonight. The White Cap just came over and said they want a running clock in the second half.
No.
So this will be the third game in a row that West Monroe will have a running clock.
The second, though, in the playoffs.
Wow.
Just telling you.
Reese Altman set to kick from the West 40. He'll squib it, and it's picked up at the 30. He's trying to get to the near side, trying to get to the edge, and Latavion McPhee ran him down from behind. Outstanding effort by number 9, Latavion McPhee, on the special teams play. That's his second special teams play on the night on kick coverage. An outstanding effort that time to run the man down from behind, and Captain Shreve will take over at their own 31-yard line.
You know, guys, he's just played lights out on special teams. Hasn't been getting as many reps with the ones the last couple of weeks, but special teams wise, I mean, he is playing just outstanding.
Third quarter brought to you by Master Lube Express and Car Wash. Quarterback for Captain Shreve goes under center, sends a man in motion. He'll turn around on the belly play and the fumble, and it's picked up by Ty Allen. Turnover on the first play of the second half, recovered by Ty Allen for the Rebels, and a mishandle on the handoff results in a fumble. And Ty Allen could have picked that ball up and housed it, guys. He just, fell on it.
He did. I guess he didn't realize that, and they'll talk to him about that, but they sent a wide receiver on the speed sweep, and they faked it to him, but the ball hit him, and as he was pivoting to hand to the running back, he ran into the runner running the speed sweep and knocked it loose.
There's the snap for the Rebels to Garrett Common. He'll run the shovel pass underneath to Caden Pierce. Pierce falls forward to the 25-yard line. A gain of 3 yards on the play, bring up second down and 7. It's interesting to see the starters in on offense to start the second half, but it's been several games in a row. You think, we got to get these guys. They need reps too, and so that's maybe the thought process for the coaches.
Yeah, at some point they're going to have to play, 4 quarters, and so they're trying to get these guys ready. But we'll see a lot of guys, particularly in the fourth quarter. But we've got Sean McDonald in at center. He's played a lot the last 4 or 5 weeks.
That's right, Jim. Commons in the shotgun alongside Charlie Norman. He'll take the snap. He'll hand it to Norman to the right side. He's moving forward behind the line of scrimmage, behind the offensive line, down to the 21-yard line. So gain of about 4 yards for Charlie Norman. It's going to be a third down and about 4 for West Monroe at the Captain Shreve 22-yard line. Running clock, like Stanley said, 9.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Brought to you by Master Lube Express and Car Wash.
I'm still shocked. I'm shocked that Captain Shreve would ask for a running clock in the second half, in the second round of the playoffs.
Garrett Common in the shotgun. Caden Pierce at up back, Norman at tailback. Common drops back to throw, has to pull the ball down and run. and he'll be brought down behind the line of scrimmage for a 2-yard loss on the quarterback sack for Captain Shreve.
Trying to get the ball to Ryland Green on a tight end screen, but it was read to perfection by Captain Shreve.
Rima Getter on the stop for Captain Shreve. It's 4th down for West Monroe.
Who?
Rima Getter.
Okay, I didn't know. I thought maybe you were getting on to me or something.
Common will be in the shotgun on 4th down and 6 for West Monroe. So we'll see what offensive coordinator Glenn Hunt dials up on this 4th down for West Monroe. Common takes the snap. He'll hand the ball to Norman to the left side, and he's not going to get it. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that'll be all for Norman. And so the Captain Shreve defense steps up on the opening series. I'm sorry, the second series of the second half after the turnover, and the defense comes alive for the Gators and holds the Rebels on 4th down. So the Gators will get the ball back here on the 24-yard line.
I mean, look, if I'm Captain Shreve, I try to win the second half.
That's right.
I might not win the game, but I try to win the second half. The defense came out, played pretty good. The offense looked a little sloppy with the fumble, but, you know, I'm still scratching my head, Jordan, over the running clock.
I formation for Captain Shreve. Grant is under center. Rebels show pressure. Here's the snap. He'll hand it to the fullback up the middle. Andrew Gleason's there on the stop. It'll be a gain of 3 yards as the fullback just fell forward on the play. 4th down and 1 for Captain Shreve as they have 3 backs in the backfield, led by the big man, Cameron Davis, 310-pound fullback, offensive line / fullback. Here's the snap. Quarterback will run forward, trying to get the 1 yard, and he will get just that. He will have the first down. He falls forward for actually a gain of 2 to the Captain Shreve 35-yard line. So they bring the heavy package in, and it works for 2 yards and a first down.
Yeah, and quarterback's getting up a little gimpy after that run. Grant is, and actually the Rebels had him stopped short initially, and he was able to fall forward across the 35 or to the 35-yard line.
Gators go back to 4 wide receivers. Here's the snap. He'll hand the ball off up the middle, fighting forward for yards, and he'll have about 4 yards on the forward progress. I believe that was Frierson on the carry for the Gators. Ruston has scored. It's 40-30. Ash now leading by 10 in the 3rd quarter. We'll keep our eye on that game. John Arrett leads Houghton 30-6. That's down south at John Arrett. 4 wide receivers for Captain Shreve on the 2nd down and 6. Here's the snap. Grant looks to throw, throws it over, and the pass is nearly intercepted. Bradley Williams jumps the route, and the ball goes through his hands. He had 6 written all over that one.
Well, you know what he was thinking first, huh, guys? Big hit.
Yeah.
And then he realized, wait a minute, I don't even have to hit him here. I can catch this one and take it to the house. And that split-second indecision, ball went through his hands.
3rd down and 6 for Captain Shreve at their own 39-yard line. Darius Grant, the junior quarterback for the Gators, calls for the football. Rebels showing pressure. Here they come. The ball's on the ground, fumble on the play, and Cole Sullivan has recovered. Turnover again for West Monroe. Cole Sullivan making another play as a mishandle by the quarterback results in another turnover, and West Monroe will take over at the Captain Shreve 36-yard line.
Instead, it looked like they were just they knew the pressure was coming from West Monroe, and it just rattled them.
It did, and I think that's what's happened a couple of times tonight. We're going to get the number 2s here in right tonight, and we'll have a Little in at quarterback, and Jerome Williams will be the tailback, and Clay Epinette, Coach Clay Epinette at the H-back.
Little in the shotgun, takes a snap. He'll hand the ball to Williams to the left side. He's trying to get to the edge. He's across the 35, now the 30. Across the 25, knocked out of bounds at the 23-yard line. First down carry for Jerome Williams. First down brought to you by Batteries Plus and Bulbs. 3rd quarter brought to you by Master Lube Express and Car Wash. Primetime sponsors, Family Doctors of Newitt, Tom Sanders Building Mart, Zaxby's Monroe and West Monroe, Ronnie Ward Toyota of Ruston, and Stryker Orthopedics.
And I got to watch this replay because where Epinette made his block, there were about 3 Gator defenders on the ground. I want to see if he got them all.
Little in the shotgun will take the snap. He'll hand the ball to Williams again up the middle. He's across the 20, fighting forward, and he'll give him forward progress at the 19. So a gain of about 4 yards for Jerome Williams. We've seen a lot of this sophomore this year, getting a lot of carries, getting experience, what looks like the future tailback for West Monroe. A very explosive player, just needs a little weight maybe in the offseason.
I tell you, that block was not by Epinette on the play before. It was one of the wide receivers, didn't quite get his number, but that was one heck of a block.
Little in the shotgun for the Rebels. He'll take the snap. He'll give the ball to Williams to the left side. Williams makes the cut. He's across the 15, bangs inside down to the 12-yard line. Jerome Williams on a first down carry for West Monroe. First down brought to you by Batteries Plus and Bulbs. And the workhorse Williams for this drive gets another West Monroe first down, and they are in the red zone down to the 12-yard line. 2:23 to go in the Master Lube Express third quarter.
We get some of these guys. Andrew Cox at the end, Aiden Swanner at one tackle, number 65, Bryce Willison, Dana at the other tackle, and I'll let you go from there.
Little in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. He'll hand it to Williams off the left side, and he's met in the backfield. They'll drop him down at the 14. Be a loss of 2 yards on the carry for Williams, and I believe Shreve knew who was getting the ball on that play.
Yeah.
Second and 12. Go ahead,
Number
Stanley.
66, Landon McGee at one guard, and Harrison Dana, 67 at the wide tackle. Trying to get these receivers. We got Cade Pittard is one of them, and Worley's the other one.
Tanner Young.
Tanner Young.
Little's in the shotgun. He's got Jerome Williams to his left side. Epinette in the up back position. Little takes the snap, reads it. He hands the ball to Williams, and he's wrapped up in the backfield, brought down at about the 19-yard line. So loss of 5 yards on the carry for Williams. And it's now third down and about 16, maybe 17 yards to go for West Monroe at the Captain Shreve 19-yard line.
All right, Coach Hunt, let Lane Little air it out. Let me see that Kenny Stabler release. Let him throw that ball down the field to either Tanner Young or Cade Pittard. How about that?
Yeah, he'll go under center in the I formation. Epinette in at fullback. Little takes the snap. He'll run the toss sweep to Williams. He cuts it back up the middle, and he won't get much. He'll get a gain of about 3 yards. Tried on a second effort to get more, but they'll spot him at the 17-yard line, and West Monroe will bring on the field goal unit. So Reese Ottman will come on for the field goal attempt with 39 seconds in running here in the Master Lube Express third quarter.
Got to work on the hold, the snap and the hold.
That's right,
yeah.
Jim.
The snap's been good both times, guys.
Peyton Todd on to hold for Reese Ottman. It's a 34-yard field goal attempt for Ottman. Here's the snap, the hold. The kick is up, and it is good. Reese Ottman on the 34-yard field goal attempt makes it 43-0, and the clock will continue to run out, and that'll be the end. Nope, they'll stop it with 5 seconds.
Let me say this, Donnie Altman, if you listen in Stillwater tonight, that was a great kick. It could have cleared at least 7 or 8 more yards by your son.
Yeah, and Donnie, it's not his fault on the extra points. The snap was just wasn't there, and the timing was off.
Reese Ottman is set for the kickoff from the West 40 after connecting on the 34-yard field goal. Here's the sky kick to the far side. The receiver will take it at about the 22, tries to make a cut. He makes a man miss, still makes another man miss, and finally wrapped up and brought down at the 25-yard line. The receiver spikes the ball in frustration onto the turf as the clock runs out on the third quarter.
Well, that's just what that sky kick will do for you. Just frustrate
you. That's right. West Monroe leads Captain Shreve 43-0 at the end of the third quarter. Brought to you by Master Lube Express and Car Wash. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
As the Tire Pros dealer, we offer nationwide warranty that protects you down the road.
We really appreciate the customers that have done business with us. We're constantly training and updating our technology so we can earn your trust.
If there's something wrong with your car, just call us.
We like for it to be comfortable around here for people. We have clean bathrooms. It's neat. We offer things for the kids to do.
So for tires and service you can trust, visit Ray's Tire Pros on Cypress Street, 1 block from West Monroe High School.
West Monroe, just south of I-20. Go Rebels!
Welcome back to Rebel Stadium as we begin the fourth quarter, brought to you by Home Improvement Outlet. West Monroe leads Captain Shreve 43-0 in the second round playoff matchup. Running clock will start on this first play as we get some guys in the ball game for the Rebel defense. Here's a snap to Grant. He's going to roll right. He's looking to throw, has time, throws the ball deep down the field. He's got a man. It's along the sideline.
What a catch.
Caught. A toe drag catch on the far side at the 47-yard line of West Monroe. A nice effort that time. Alex Dean, number 8 on the reception. Dean has 279 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns on the year. First down and 10 for Captain Shreve at the 47.
Yeah, just tremendous concentration by the wide receiver.
Shotgun formation for Captain Shreve. Trips to the near side. Darius Grant, the quarterback for Captain Shreve, will take the snap. He'll hand the ball off up the middle. He's got a little running room. Finally brought down by Chandler Conrad. And big number 96, Aiden Bellett, on the stop. Gain of about 3 for Captain Shreve, 2nd and 7.
Well, guys, you can expect Chandler Conrad to be around the football now that he's in the ball game. Watch out for number 40.
Luke Bell in as well for West Monroe at linebacker. Luke Bell has had a significant role for this defense this year. Here's the snap, pressure by Conrad. Here's the throw, and it's overthrown. And here comes the penalty flag.
Well,
the pass was really uncatchable, but some contact down the field.
Yeah, there was contact. I mean, maybe a fraction before the ball got near the receiver, but it was 10 feet over his head. I mean, that was clearly an uncatchable ball. And, you know, usually you just don't see that kind of call at this stage of the game. In fact, it may have been past the receiver.
Peyton Todd on the coverage that time for West Monroe. It'll give a first down for Captain Shreve at the West Monroe 35-yard line. So West Monroe has gone 7 straight quarters without a point, giving up, and the Gators are threatening here. Ball at the West Monroe 35-yard line, first down and 10 with 9:50 left to go in the ball game. Showing pressure. Here's the snap. Grant looking to throw, has to get rid of it, and it's almost intercepted. In and out of the hands of Tristan Rushing. And the pass falls incomplete. Second down and 10. Rushing was there to make a play, and the ball kind of snuck up on him there as he turned his head.
Well, he threw before he wanted to, Stanley, because who on the last 2 plays was applying pressure to the quarterback?
Chandler Conrad.
You got it.
Ouachita trails Terrebonne 27-7. That game's in the third quarter. Grant in the shotgun for Captain Shreve. Takes a snap, fakes the handoff, being pressured. Throws a dump pass at the 35. He's across the 30 and finally wrestled down at the 27-yard line. Tackle made by number 3, Jason Cooper, for the Rebels alongside Luke Bell.
Yeah, the big tight end with a nice reception.
Third down and 2 for Captain Shreve at the 27-yard line. So Captain Shreve trying to get something positive going here towards the end of the ball game. Darius Grant, the quarterback, is in the shotgun. He's got trips to the far side. He'll take the snap. He'll hand the ball off up the middle. He's hitting the backfield, still spinning. He's still fighting forward, and finally brought down past the first down yard marker. It'll be a first down for Captain Shreve. Tackle made by Preston Crane. It'll be a
nice
first
run.
down. Nice run for Captain Shreve. First down from the 24.
Yeah, you see some of these guys running the ball, catching the ball for Captain Shreve. You say that, you know, they're not bad football players. They're just overwhelmed tonight.
That's right. Rebels got off to a fast start, scoring on the first play of the ball game. It was 40-0 at half. 43-0 now with 8:10 left to go in the ball game. Ball at the 24-yard line for Captain Shreve. Grant in the shotgun with 4 wide receivers. He'll take the snap. He'll hand the ball off again up the middle. This time falling forward for about 4 yards, maybe 5, down to the 20-yard line. And that's Fleming on the carry that time for Captain Shreve. Still 40-30 over in Ruston. Nash leading in that ball game. Zachary leads Hahnville 20-6. John Arrett leads Houghton 30-6. Union leading Gina. Here's the snap.
91.
And he'll be wrapped up in the backfield. Dontrell Cobbs wraps up Fleming in the backfield for a loss on the play. We have 3rd down and 9 for Captain Shreve. Dontrell Cobbs with penetration that time and not letting him get any running room in the backfield.
Stanley, who's in? Big number
77. Vic say Jesus.
Jesus, senior.
Number 98, Celarius Reed. Love saying that name.
3rd down and 9 for Captain Shreve. Grant's in the shotgun. And he'll move his running back to his right side and bark signals at his offensive line. 3rd and 9. Here's the snap. It's a high snap. He catches it, throws the ball out to the sideline. It's caught at the 20 and wrestled out of bounds at the 19-yard line. Zach Martin on the coverage for West Monroe. And it's down at the 19. Pass was complete to Dean.
Yeah, nice throw by the quarterback there, Grant, to his receiver, Dean. Destrehan, that game's getting even closer. Landry Walker has gotten to within 2. 28-26. Destrehan holding on at home against Landry Walker. The charging Bucks, is that right?
That's right, charging Buccaneers.
They're charging.
4th down and 5 for Captain Shreve, and can the defense hold them out? Grant at the shotgun. He'll take the snap. He's going to roll right. He's looking to throw, throws the ball towards the end zone, and nobody home. The pass falls incomplete, and the Rebel defense holds the Gators out of the end zone, and the offense will take over at their own 19-yard line. Always good to see these guys with a victory on the field as the second defense holds the Gators out of the end zone. The Rebels take over.
Yeah, Latavion McPhee and Zach Martin back in coverage, and nowhere for the quarterback to throw the ball. Didn't find anybody open, and we've got a freshman running back in the ball game at tailback and fullback.
1st down and 10 for West Monroe as the clock hits 6 minutes.
A.J. Howard.
A.J. Howard in the game.
And Josh
Home improvement outlet 4th quarter. Pearson in as well. Little takes a snap. He's going to hand it off to the fullback up the middle, fighting for yardage, breaking tackles. Finally wrestled down at the 28-yard line. Howard on the carry up to the 29. It's close to a batteries plus 1st down. Nice effort.
Guess who has the best vertical on the freshman team?
Who's that? Howard?
A.J. Howard, explosive.
1st down and 10 for West Monroe at their own 29-yard line. Lane Little in at quarterback. I formation for West Monroe, 1 tight end, twins to the far side. Little under center. Takes a snap, runs a tall sweep to Pearson to the right side. He's across the 30, fights forward all the way down to the 36-yard line. A gain of 7 for Pearson.
Also, guys in the game, get a couple of more in. Number 64, Mason Borderline on the offensive front. Number 75, Aaron Bankston across that front. Of course, that was number 23, the freshman Pearson, Josh Pearson running there. Great run by that. 62, Randall Hughes. And I think we've got everybody right now.
Pearson, the freshman LSU commit in baseball. 2nd down and about 3 yards to go for West Monroe. Ruston has scored. It's 40-37 now. Here's the snap, and the Rebels move early. It'll be a false start against West Monroe. They'll back them up 5 yards, and it'll go from 3rd and 3 to 3rd and 8. So Ashley leads Ruston now 40-37. Neville all the way to Pearl River, 31-3.
Well, we might be staying home after all. Stanley, don't rent the van just yet.
11 minutes left to go in that ball game. Jordan doing a good job helping us out with that score update. Zachary now leads Hahnville 27-6. Jim, you called that one.
Yeah, I figured they would pull away late. Denham Springs 30, Acadiana 22. That was 30-16, and you know a lot of upsets in 5A. Some of the lower seeds have done well the last 2 rounds.
2nd down and 8 for West Monroe. Lane Little in at quarterback. Sophomore quarterback for West Monroe. He'll take the snap out of the eye. He'll hand the ball off to Howard, the fullback up the middle. He'll have a gain of about 4 yards to bring up 3rd down and 4 for West Monroe. 3:39 and running as the Rebels lead 43-0 over the Captain Shreve Gators from District 15A over in Shreveport. First second round game for Captain Shreve since 2005. And so the coach over there trying to get momentum in that program.
3rd or 4th year at the helm for Sepulveda.
I believe it's his 4th year.
Okay.
For Captain Shreve.
Pretty good turnaround in those 4 years.
Yep. Little under center, runs a toss sweep out to Pearson to the near side. He's hitting the backfield, breaks 2 tackles, and fights forward. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, which is the 35-yard line.
He's tough. He's tough, guys.
He seems to welcome the contact when he gets the football. Hard kid to bring down, and the Rebels will bring on the punting unit for the first time this evening.
Yeah, he's just tough. He's about 190, 95 pounds, not real tall, but very, very explosive. One of the fastest kids on the team.
They say he in middle school.
Well, his brother was fast.
Legend.
I'm telling you guys.
Well, but he might be faster, Josh. In the 40 and 60-yard dashes, he's hard to beat.
Peyton Todd on to punt for West Monroe. He gets the kickoff, and it's a good one. Back deep as a receiver. He'll catch it at the 25-yard line. That's Alex Dean. Makes a diving catch on the punt at the 25-yard line. The clock is stopped now at 2 minutes and 8 seconds.
Yeah, I think that's our first punt of the night.
First punt.
Kind of forgot about old Peyton Todd back there punting the football.
2 minutes and 8 seconds left to go in the 4th quarter. Brought to you by Home Improvement Outlet. Scoreboard updates tonight have been brought to you by Jim Taylor Chevrolet of Rayville and J&H Boots and Jeans. Scoring drives brought to you by Copeland's. Hilton Garden Inn's a sponsor tonight alongside Stryker Orthopedics, Ronnie Ward Toyota of Ruston, Zaxby's Monroe and West Monroe, Tom Sanders Building Mart, and Family Doctors of Nela. Still 40-37 over in Ruston. Ash leading that game. It's a tight one. We'll try to keep you updated. West Monroe will play the winner of that ball game. Grant takes a snap, rolls back, throws out the screen pass. He's across the 25. That's Fleming. Breaks a tackle across the 35 and down at the 36-yard line. So a first down on the screen pass for Captain Shreve to the running back Fleming.
Yeah, and folks, in case you're wondering, Captain Shreve still has their number ones in on offense. Hey, and Stanley, we've got some decisions tonight, for the Dupuy Flooring players of the game. Defensively, Cole Sullivan, Bradley Williams, Zach Knox.
Yeah, I like all those guys. I thought they played well.
They played well, but I've got a recommendation I'll tell you about in a minute.
First down and 10 for Captain Shreve at their own 37-yard line. Darius Grant, the junior quarterback, 6 foot, 190 pounds, is in the ball game. He'll take the snap. He'll hand the ball off to the running back. He's got running room across the 40, across the 45, and wrestled down at the 48-yard line. Another first down carry for Captain Shreve, but the clock continues to run with 50 seconds left to go in the ball game. Cooper and Cobbs on the stop for West Monroe.
You know who I think is in at defensive tackle?
Well, I see number 50. Is it 56?
His dad coaches.
Mace Manning. That's right, Josh Manning's son.
How about that?
Jeremy Manning's son.
Grant in the shotgun. He'll take the snap, and it goes over his head. The ball's on the ground at about the 32. The running back's going to pick it up. He's going to go backwards. He gets back to across the 30 and falls forward to the 36-yard line. A penalty flag comes flying in behind where the tackle was made. It's a loss of about 13 yards on the bad snap.
And guess who the first guy there was? It was Mace Manning that got a hand on him, slowed him up, and allowed DJ Johnson, who's also in the ball game.
Another ninth grader. And how about this one, guys? Number 63, another freshman in the game. His name is Tag Banks.
Yeah, that's
last name, remember you?
Yeah.
Wow, we got a second-generation Banks.
Yeah, that's not DJ Johnson.
No?
That's JD. That's J.D. Johnson. I don't know why in the world I would mispronounce his name. That's a tough young man.
Sure is. Second down and about 21 for Captain Shreve. This will be the last play of the ball game. Here's a snap. It's fumbled again on the turf, and the quarterback will recover it, and they'll let the clock run out. West Monroe will win the second round matchup against Captain Shreve and move on to face the winner of Alexandria and Ruston. Your final score, West Monroe 43, Captain Shreve nothing. Back-to-back shutouts for the Rebels.
Yeah, just another impressive performance in the second straight game in the playoffs where we've had a running clock in the first half. 50-0 last week at halftime, 40-0 this week at half.
90-0.
When really the game was on the line.
That's right.
And the Stars were in the game. So 90-0.
West Monroe continues its dominance, and you know, at this point, Jim, it's just hard to. Is it the competition, or are the Rebels just really playing that well? It may be a combination of both. Stanley,
I think it's a combination of both. I really do.
Well, the big question tonight, Coach, is we've been asking, is it the competition or the Rebels that good?
We've asked ourselves that, and we just don't know. We know that was a pretty good football team, and that's about as complete a half of football as we played.
Wow.
Special teams, offense and defensively all year. That's a good sign. We're getting better, and again, offensively, I'm just proud of our guys. We've come out and attacked early and played well.
Lord.